The Crethean warship Bloodclaw drifted through the void like a predator stalking its next meal. Commander Vexithur stood on the bridge, his fur eyes gleaming with anticipation as he studied the holographic display before him. A small human vessel, barely armed, limped through space with a failing engine. Perfect, Vexithur hissed, his mandibles clicking with pleasure. Another soft species to add to our collection. For 3 centuries, the Crethean Empire had carved a bloody path across the galaxy. They were apex predators, 8 feet tall with exoskeletons harder than military-grade armor. Every species they encountered either submitted or perished. And now, they had discovered humanity, a species that looked laughably fragile, with soft skin and no natural weapons. Easy prey, hail them, Vexithur commanded. Let's see the fear in their eyes before we strike. The communication screen flickered to life, revealing to humans. A young woman with dark eyes sat in the pilot's seat, her expression unreadable. Beside her stood a man with the bearing of a soldier, his jaw set in a hard line. This is Sakira of the civilian transport Horizon's Edge, the woman said, her voice steady. We've suffered engine damage and request assistance. Vexithur laughed, a sound like grinding metal. Assistance? Oh, little prey, you'll receive our attention. Prepare to be boarded. Resist, and we'll make your deaths educational. The manlord, according to the crew manifest, stepped forward. You're making a mistake. The only mistake, Vexithur snarled, is that your species exists. Cut transmission. Within minutes, Crethean shock troops breached the Horizon's Edge. 20 warriors, each a killing machine, poured through the airlock. They expected screaming, begging, perhaps a futile attempt at defense. What they found was Sakira standing in the cargo bay, arms crossed, with Lord beside her. Both were smiling. About time, Sakira said. We've been waiting. The lead Crethean warrior raised his plasma rifle. Surrender or he never finished. Lord moved with impossible speed, closing the distance in a heartbeat. His fist connected with the warrior's chest plate, and the supposedly impenetrable armor crumpled like aluminum foil. The Crethean flew backward, crashing into his squadmates. You see, Sakira said, drawing the compact weapons from her belt. You Cretheans have been terrorizing the galaxy for a long time. But you made one critical error in your research. She fired. The weapons weren't standard plasma pistols, they were human-engineered railguns. FIRING tungsten rounds at hypersonic speeds. 2 Cretheans dropped, their exoskeletons pierced clean through. You assumed, Lord continued, grabbing a Crethean by the throat and using him as a shield against incoming fire. That because we look soft, we are soft. You forgot that Earth is a death world. The Cretheans opened fire, but Sakira and Lord moved like ghosts. 300 years of Crethean dominance had made them arrogant, slow. Humans had evolved on a planet where everything tried to kill them: predators, diseases, weather, even other humans. They had climbed to the top of Earth's food chain not through armor or claws, but through intelligence, adaptability, and sheer stubborn refusal to die. Sakira slid beneath a stream of plasma fire, her railguns singing their deadly song. We come from a world with gravity that would crush most species. Our immune systems fight off diseases that would devastate your populations. We heal from wounds that would kill you. Lord snapped a Crethean's weapon arm, then used the attached gun to eliminate 3 more warriors. And most importantly, we have something you predators never developed: we protect each other. The cargo bay became a graveyard. Crethean warriors, who had butchered their way across star systems, fell before to humans. When the last warrior dropped, Sakira touched her earpiece. Package delivered, Captain. The Cretheans took the bait, on the Bloodclaw. Vexithur watched in horror as his boarding party's life signs vanished one by one. Impossible. Deploy all remaining forces. Kill them. But it was already too late. The Horizon's Edge hadn't been damaged, it had been a trap. As the remaining Crethean forces rushed toward the airlock, Sakira pressed a button on her wrist device. The human battlecruiser Retribution decloaked behind the Bloodclaw, its weapons already hot. This is Captain Chen of the UHSF Retribution. A voice boomed across all frequencies. Crethean vessel, you are surrounded by the Third Fleet. You have 60 seconds to surrender, or we will demonstrate why humanity doesn't have natural predators anymore. We eliminated them all. Vexithor's mandibles trembled. His sensors showed dozens of human warships materializing from stealth, surrounding his fleet. How had they known? How had they planned this? Your species, Captain Chen continued, has a saying, the strong devour the weak. Humanity has a different philosophy. We remember every slight, every attack, every species you've destroyed. And we decided that the galaxy has had enough of the Crethean Empire. Lord and Sakira stood in the cargo bay, surrounded by fallen Cretheans. Sakira reloaded her railguns calmly. You know what the difference is between predators and humans? She asked Lord. What's that? Predators hunt for food. Humans hunt for justice. The Bloodclaw tried to run. It didn't get far. Human missiles, moving at relativistic speeds, turned the warship into expanding clouds of debris. Across the system, the Crethean fleet, the same fleet that had destroyed 7 civilizations, was systematically dismantled. Not a single human ship was lost. When it was over, Sakira and Lord sat in the cargo bay, sharing a ration pack. Around them, human marines were securing Crethean prisoners, the few who had been wise enough to surrender. Think they'll learn? Lord asked. Sakira shrugged. Some will, some won't, but they'll all remember today. They'll remember that humanity doesn't forget, doesn't forgive, and definitely doesn't get hunted. She looked at the stars visible through the viewport. They saw us as prey. That was their first mistake, Lord nodded. And their last. Across the galaxy, news of the Battle of Krethik 7 spread like wildfire. The Crethean Empire, broken and humbled, sued for peace within a week. Other predator species, watching humanity's rise, suddenly found reasons to open diplomatic channels rather than bare their teeth. The message was clear. Humans might look like prey, but they were the most dangerous predators the galaxy had ever seen. And unlike the Cretheans, humanity protected the weak, remembered the fallen, and never, ever backed down from a fight. They had seen humans as prey. They should have seen them as death.